Have you ever wondered about the origins of the mighty Olympians, the supreme deities of ancient Greek religion and mythology? In the annals of time, when the world was still in its infancy, there emerged beings of unimaginable power and grace. No, these were not mere mortals, but gods who would shape the destiny of mankind from the towering peaks of Mount Olympus. The Olympians were born in an era of chaos and conflict, a time when the cosmos was ruled by the Titans, formidable beings who themselves were the offspring of the sky and the earth. Yet the Olympians were destined for greatness. They were destined to rule. Led by Zeus, the god of the sky, thunder, and justice, the Olympians waged a fierce war against the Titans, a cataclysmic clash of divine powers known as the Titanomachy. This was no ordinary battle. It was a struggle for cosmic supremacy, a struggle for the fate of the universe itself. Beside Zeus stood his siblings, each a formidable power in their own right. Poseidon, the god of the sea, earthquakes, and horses, wielded his mighty trident. Hera, the goddess of women, marriage, family, and childbirth, stood firm, her resolve unshaken. Together they fought, their powers harmonizing in a symphony of destruction and creation. This war was brutal, it was fierce, and it shook the very foundations of the cosmos. But the Olympians, with their indomitable spirit and their unparalleled power, emerged victorious. The Titans were defeated and cast into the dark abyss of Tartarus, and the Olympians ascended to their rightful place on Mount Olympus. It was on this majestic mountaintop, high above the world of mortals, that the Olympians established their divine dominion. Each god and goddess ruled over specific aspects of the cosmos, bringing order, balance, and harmony. And thus, from the ashes of the Titanomachy, the Olympians rose, establishing their divine dominion over the cosmos. A new era had begun, an era of the Olympians, the gods of ancient Greece. At the helm of this divine dynasty stood Zeus, the king of the gods and the ruler of Mount Olympus. Zeus was not just a ruler, he was a symbol of power, justice, and order. His reign was not one of tyranny, but of wisdom and strength. His symbols, the thunderbolt, eagle, oak tree, bull, scepter, and scales, were not mere decorations. They were powerful emblems of his divine authority. The thunderbolt, a gift from the Cyclopes during the Titanomachy, represented his control over the heavens and his ability to bring swift justice. The eagle symbolized Zeus's watchful eyes, soaring high above the world, keeping a vigilant lookout over both gods and mortals. The oak tree, sturdy and enduring, stood for his longevity and steadfastness. The bull, a creature of strength and fertility, embodied his virility and power. His scepter, a visible sign of his kingship, signified his authority over the divine and mortal realms. The scales, a tool of balance and judgment, represented his role as the ultimate arbiter of justice. Zeus's influence extended far beyond Mount Olympus. He was deeply woven into the fabric of ancient Greek society. He was the patron of kings, the protector of guests and strangers, the upholder of oaths and contracts. His judgments were final, his decrees were law. His will could bring prosperity or ruin, peace or war, life or death. But Zeus was not a remote and indifferent ruler. He was a god who walked among mortals, who loved, who suffered, who rejoiced and mourned. His myths and legends painted a picture of a god who was as complex and multifaceted as the humans he ruled over. He was a god of contradictions, capable of great kindness and terrible wrath. He was a god who knew the joys and sorrows of existence, who understood the struggles and triumphs of life. In the grand tapestry of ancient Greek mythology, Zeus was the thread that held everything together. His stories were the stories of the ancient Greeks, his triumphs and failures, their triumphs and failures. Zeus, with his thunderbolt, eagle, and scepter, reigned supreme, his will shaping the destiny of both gods and men. Beside Zeus stood the formidable goddesses of Olympus, each wielding her unique power. First, there was Hera, the queen of the gods. She was the goddess of marriage, women, childbirth, and family, embodying the traditional roles of wife and mother. Yet she was also known for her vengeful nature, often clashing with her husband Zeus due to his numerous infidelities. In Hera, we see a fascinating blend of devotion and fury, a goddess who loved deeply yet was quick to protect her own. Next, we have Demeter, the goddess of agriculture, harvest, and fertility. It was Demeter who taught humankind the art of sowing and plowing so they could end their nomadic lifestyle. Her importance in the everyday life of ancient Greeks cannot be overstated, as she was the one who nourished their crops and, by extension, their bodies. Then, there was Aphrodite, the goddess of love, beauty, pleasure, and procreation. She was the embodiment of desire and physical attractiveness, a captivating figure who could sway the hearts of both gods and mortals. Aphrodite's influence was vast, touching every aspect of Greek life from personal relationships to the battlefield. Following Aphrodite, we meet Athena, the goddess of wisdom, courage, and strategic warfare. Born from Zeus's head fully armored, Athena was a symbol of strength and intelligence. Her strategic mind was respected not only on the battlefield, but also in the daily affairs of the Greeks, who sought her guidance in their pursuits. Lastly, we have Artemis, the goddess of the hunt, wild animals, wilderness, and childbirth. She was a protector of the vulnerable and a virgin goddess who valued her independence above all else. Artemis, the twin sister of Apollo, was a force of nature, embodying the untamed and the free. These goddesses, each with her unique influence, shaped the ancient Greek understanding of femininity, power, and the natural world. Alongside Zeus and the goddesses, the other gods of Olympus held sway, their influence felt in all corners of the ancient world. Poseidon, the mighty god of the sea, commanded the oceans with his powerful trident. His moods could cause tempests to stir and waves to crash, or bring about calm seas and safe passage for seafarers. His domain was a testament to the vast and unpredictable nature of life itself. Apollo, the god of light, music, and prophecy, was a beacon of culture and civilization. He brought forth the sun each day, illuminating the world with his radiant chariot. His lyre echoed the harmonies of creation, while his prophetic insights guided the course of destiny. Ares, the god of war, embodied the tumult and valor of battle. His presence was felt on every battlefield, spurring on soldiers with the thirst for glory and conquest. He was a testament to the Greeks' understanding of war's double-edged nature, both destructive and a path to immortal fame. Hephaestus, the god of fire and forge, crafted the divine artifacts that defined the gods and heroes of Greek mythology. From his volcanic forge came Zeus's thunderbolts, the shield of Achilles, and many more. His creations were a testament to the power of innovation and the transformative power of fire. Lastly, Hermes, the messenger of the gods, was the link between the divine and the mortal. With his winged sandals, he traversed the realms with ease, carrying messages and guiding souls to the afterlife. He represented communication, commerce, and the fluid boundaries between worlds. These gods, through their divine interventions, shaped the course of mortal lives and the unfolding of history. Yet, beyond the most well-known gods, there were other Olympians, each with their unique cults and influences. Let's not forget Hestia, the goddess of the hearth, family, and domestic life. Often overshadowed by her more boisterous siblings, Hestia's influence was no less significant. Her domain, the hearth, was the heart of every Greek home. Her flame, always kept burning, was a symbol of the family's unity and prosperity. Without fanfare or drama, Hestia kept the home fires burning, a quiet but constant presence in the Greek Pantheon. And then there was Dionysus, the god of wine, pleasure, and festivity. His was a world of revelry and ecstasy, a stark contrast to the stoic calm of Hestia. Dionysus was the life of the party, the instigator of joy and celebration. His cult was one of the most widespread and influential, with festivals held in his honor all across ancient Greece. His followers, known for their ecstatic dances and processions, were a testament to the power of pleasure and the importance of joy in human life. There were also other residents of Olympus who could be considered Olympians. They may not have been among the 12 most powerful deities, but their influence was felt in various aspects of Greek life. From the muses who inspired art and literature, to the graces who bestowed charm and beauty, these lesser-known Olympians were integral to the rich tapestry of ancient Greek religion and mythology. Even these lesser-known Olympians played pivotal roles, their cults and worship deeply ingrained in ancient Greek society. Their stories, while perhaps not as grand or dramatic as those of Zeus or Athena, remind us that every god, every goddess, had a part to play in the divine drama that was the world of the ancient Greeks, and each in their own way continues to shape our understanding of this fascinating period in human history. The Olympians were not just gods. They were the heart and soul of ancient Greece. They were not mere spectators, but active participants in the world of humans, their influence seeping into every aspect of life, from the humblest of homes to the grandest of temples. Imagine a society where the divine and the mortal worlds were so intimately entwined that gods were part of the daily discourse. The Olympians did not just reside on the lofty peaks of Mount Olympus, they were deeply rooted in the hearts and minds of the people. Their tales and exploits were not just stories whispered in hushed tones, but living narratives that shaped the norms, values, and traditions of the society. The influence of these celestial beings was pervasive. The Olympians in their divine roles were the patrons of various aspects of life and culture. Athena, the goddess of wisdom, was the guardian of Athens, her name gracing the city and her symbol, the owl, a common sight on Athenian coins. Apollo, god of music and poetry, inspired countless hymns and epic poems, his lyre setting the rhythm of ancient Greek literature. Their might and majesty were not just revered, but also feared. Poseidon, the god of the sea, was invoked by sailors for safe voyages, his wrath feared in the form of tempests and sea monsters. Ares, the god of war, was both a protector and a destroyer, his name invoked in the heat of battle, and his favor sought in the pursuit of victory. The Olympians also played a critical role in the religious practices of ancient Greece. Temples were erected in their honor, sacrifices were made to appease them, festivals were held to celebrate them, and oracles were consulted to seek their divine guidance. The Olympians in their divine might shaped the very fabric of ancient Greek society, leaving a legacy that still resonates today. Their tales continue to inspire, their symbols continue to be recognized, and their influence continues to be felt, reminding us of a time when gods walked amongst mortals and mortals looked up to gods. The Olympians in all their power and glory were more than just figures of worship. They were the embodiment of the cosmos itself, the personification of the elements, the virtues, the vices, and even the abstract concepts that the ancient Greeks revered and feared. They were the bedrock of a civilization's collective imagination, shaping their understanding of the world and their place in it. From the highest peak of Mount Olympus, the 12 deities reigned supreme, each with their unique domains and symbols. Zeus, the Sky Father, wielded the thunderbolt, embodying leadership and justice. Poseidon ruled the seas, while Demeter brought fertility to the earth. Aphrodite kindled the flames of love. Athena fostered wisdom, and Ares personified the tumultuous nature of war. Artemis, the moon goddess, protected the wild, as Apollo, the sun god, brought light and music into the world. Hephaestus crafted with divine skill. Hermes was the swift messenger, and Hestia or Dionysus completed the divine dozen, symbolizing home and revelry respectively. Each god in their own right played a crucial role in the cosmic drama, their stories interwoven with the lives of mortals and heroes, their conflicts and alliances shaping the myths and legends that have stood the test of time. These narratives, rich with human emotions and divine interventions, became the cornerstone of ancient Greek culture, influencing everything from their arts to their philosophy. Yet the Olympians were not confined to their mountainous abode or to the boundaries of Greece. Their influence spread far and wide, absorbed and adapted by the Romans, and their echoes can still be heard in the stories and symbols that permeate our culture today. They have become archetypes, timeless representations of universal human experiences. Their tales of power, love, and war continue to captivate us, reminding us of the enduring power of mythology and the human fascination with the divine.